Welcome to the world of startups. I wish I could have been there with you today, but as usual in the month of December, I'm always chasing my tail, running from one city to the other. So I thought I'd share with you some insights on how to negotiate the challenging, difficult, but extremely rewarding world of starting a new enterprise. All right? So what we're going to do is take you to three or three things that I've learned from my own experience and hope that you will benefit from that. One of the first decisions you will confront yourself with when doing a startup is who should you partner with. Now, it is very hard to do a startup just by yourself. So normally you will have one other friend, perhaps a college mate, and maybe two others. Now, it's very important to make sure that you don't do this with family members because, family members don't work well in the world of startups. Now, if it's your college mate, or typically that's what happens, friends who you went to college with, it's important to see that both you and your startup friend have complementary skills. For example, if you are a computer geek who loves to sit in front of a PC and code, just make sure that you have a partner who's a sales-oriented, externally focused person. So that is what I call complementarity. What are the other kinds of complementarity? Now, one is that you must have the same goals in life. If the goal of one person is to quickly make a lot of money and retire to the hills, and the other person wants to sit and create a great product which will become famous in the world, things may not work out. I think typically your value systems must have some common grounding, and that comes from maybe some similarity of backgrounds. At the same time, if you pick a partner who is exactly like you, that is pointless. That is just you into two. In terms of outward and inward orientation, I spoke about it briefly in the beginning, but there are some people who love spending time with other people in sales situations. And there are still others who would rather work in internal operations. And if the two of you as partners are complementary in this thing, that will greatly benefit the business. Most startups and their founders think they have a solution to some problem that consumers are facing. It might be either in discovering a new website, or a solution to finding a new book, or a solution to delivering food service faster than before, or promoting a product on a nationwide basis. Now, whatever be the problem that you set out to solve, you must make sure that in solving it, you have some key technological breakthrough. It can't just be a marketing idea. Case in point, when Larry Page and Sergey Brin founded Google, the problem they addressed was back in 1996, 97. The internet and the websites were new, but there were hundreds of thousands of websites being created every day. And the problem was that we as consumers did not know how to get to a website we wanted. Yahoo tried a solution by hiring several hundred people who sat at their desks in front of PCs, picking out good sites and recommending them. What Sergey Brin and Larry Page did is they came up with an algorithm, the famous PageRank algorithm, which algorithmically using computer code would be able to rank the quality of websites on a particular topic. Now that is a key breakthrough they came with, and that's the starting foundation for the big company that you today know called Google. The final question that I want you to address is when you have an idea for a superior solution to some problem that consumers or businesses have, and you have found a key technical breakthrough to solve it, and when you have the right partners in place to execute, the question that will inevitably come in front of a startup is what market shall be addressed? Will it be the market in your own town, or the market in your own state in India, or the national market or the international market? Now, what is important to understand is that in the current world, a startup means using some kind of information technology breakthrough or algorithms. Now, these tend to be worldwide businesses, so there is nothing called a local market. If you are under the illusion that you can create a service and deliver it to one town, for example, Kannur, our hometown, I think that's the wrong thing to do, because in most cases, the markets for any new service or product are quite narrow. Kerala, for example, is 2% of the national market for almost anything, and you can't make a living out of 2% of the market. So you need to think ambitiously and must make sure that you address at least the national market. Very often that's not enough, because international competition can serve your own consumers in your own little town by creating a web service based in Cupertino, California, or in Tokyo, Japan. So you're open to worldwide competition the moment you are doing a startup inside. So you must figure out a way that you must solve a problem that consumers, in some sense, at least nationally have. It can't be a problem that some local consumers in your hometown have. What I've tried to do for you today is give you some tips on finding the right partner, choosing the right partner, addressing the right market, not too local a market, and in finding some key technical breakthrough on which your future is predicated. Now, in terms of the kind of domains that you need to do, you may well be in very traditional industries like furniture making or textiles or in tourism, but each of these industries have seen worldwide giants being created. For example, Airbnb is a company which has created a fortune for itself by providing a service for almost what we used to call paying guest accommodation. An old man living alone has a 3-bedroom home, and he has 2 spare bedrooms in New York, for example. He's found a way to earn an income by making sure that through Airbnb, customers can find a place to stay at night instead of hotels. So similarly, even very traditional industries are capable of producing new ideas and new ways of looking at things. So go right ahead and all the best, and I wish you every bit of luck in what your next step is. Thank you very much.